So when people, hear the word wealth, they typically think about typically think about money when it becomes when someone says the word wealth, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something even more important than money, and that is your health. And that's why the quote is, health is actually the true wealth. Because without health, you can't have the monetary wealth, no matter how much you think you can. There's so many, and a very good example is someone like Steve Jobs. Everybody knows, we've seen the quotes by Steve Jobs that when he died, he had so many regrets, and one of the biggest regrets was that he didn't take care of his health, right? This is a guy who had billions of dollars, but he still died early. I forgot how old he was, but he died early. He was rich, he had the monetary wealth, but he didn't have the true wealth, which is health. And so, but that's not the topic of today. I mean, we can talk about that another time. So I was reading an article recently about the insurance company that, so many insurance companies they're reporting it's like huge profits every single year, right? And I there's nothing wrong with a business making money. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the function of a business. It is to make money. But the business of insurance, the article, and I'll post the article on Facebook that really triggered this topic of today, is that these insurance companies, they are the ones dictating your health care, right? Because how many times have you heard, you go to your doctor, any doctor, family physician, your surgeon, any type of doctor, and they always have to say what? We have to check with your insurance to see if it covers, right? And so how many times have you heard that? Almost every time you go to the doctor's office, that's what they tell you. Why does your doctor have to check with the insurance company, who's not a doctor, whether on what type of health care you need, what type of service they can provide you? Shouldn't your doctor be the one determining what type of healthcare service, what type of treatment that you actually need? But what's the reality? The reality is your insurance company is dictating what type of treatment you can or cannot receive, right? Again, you go to your doctor, what's the first thing they say? Let's check your insurance to see if it covers it, right? Now there's two parts to this post. We're going to talk about this main part today. And so when you read through this article, you'll see that the way that our healthcare system, at least here in the U.S., is set up is that the insurance companies who are non-doctors, okay, they're not qualified to determine what type of treatments you need. But these are the people who are determining the treatments that you need in order to obtain the true wealth, which is health. So it's messed up. So this is not about, even though, at Achieve Integrative Health, we practice Chinese medicine, which is a 3,000-year-old medicine. This is not a debate between, Chinese medicine or Western medicine. You need both. But here's the thing. In the healthcare system here in the U.S., you don't get the choice. You don't get that choice. Why? Because when you go to a doctor's office, also, it's, the type of treatment that you actually need is determined by your insurance company. Your insurance company determines that. Your insurance company tells you, oh, you need this medication. You need this, oh, you can't have this medication because you're not sick enough. That's what insurance companies are looking at. Are you sick enough? Are you about to die? Then they'll give you a approve, or sometimes they won't even approve, right? And so, as far as I know, and I could be completely wrong, but I've read somewhere that the original idea of insurance was actually a good thing, but it's become such a it's been veered off to the dark side. It's not even business. Business is great. I'm not saying business is not great, but the way they're conducting business is just to the dark side. It no longer benefits anybody except for the insurance companies, right? Because the patients like you're not getting the services that you need. You're getting services that the insurance company deems that they want to give you. It's not even what you need. And then from the provider side, like from our provider side, being an acupuncturist or being a physician, the insurance company is trying to deny treatments, deny paying the physicians, right? So your physicians, your physicians are suffering just as much as you are, right? So your doctor's offices are suffering just as much because the insurance company is trying to deny you service so that they don't have to pay for your service. And then they're denying coverage for the physician. So, they want the physicians to provide their services for free. And so because the insurance companies are denying payment for your physicians and any healthcare practitioner, right? So where does that money go to? So as far as I know, in the beginning when insurance was formed, it was just basically getting a group of people, and let's say they all put $100 into the pot every month. And then some, this is assuming that, once a month, only 1 or 2 people would get sick. And then you could pull from that pool of money. Let's say there's 10 people. So if 10 people, let's just say 10 people put, $100 into it per month. So what is that? $10,000 per month, and that's in a pool, and that those 10 people can draw from that, right? If they get sick, right? The assumption is that not all 10 people will get sick, right? So that you can each almost take turns drawing from that pool, right? See, that was the intention, and it was a great intention, right? You could use the power of community to help provide services, get treatments that everybody needs. But what the insurance company did was now they're denying the patients. So you have the provider side, then you have the patient side, and then they're denying everybody. They're not paying the providers. They're denying you the care. So all that money you put into the insurance, where does it go? Because it's not going to provide services for you, and it's not going to pay the physicians. So where does that money go? That money is going to the insurance companies, the corporations, the insurance companies. It's going to their pockets. And so, that's the problem with our healthcare system, is we have allowed the insurance companies to take over our medical decision making. They are handcuffing your physicians, right? And we're going to talk about, what's the who's really responsible for all this, okay? But today I just want to talk about, the insurance company. If you want to have true wealth, which is health is the true wealth, you can't let someone else dictate your own health. I mean, is that what you're doing? Or are you comfortable doing that? Are you comfortable letting some stranger who knows nothing about medical treatments, who knows nothing about you, dictate your health and your family's health? Is that what you want? If that is, then the system fits you great. But for many of like myself and my family and my patients and our patients at Achieve Integrative Health, we don't want someone else to dictate what we do for our health. And so, we want to take control of our health, right? So if you rely upon insurance to provide you all the healthcare services that you need, then you are letting someone else, a third party, this is not even your physician, you're allowing someone else who knows nothing about you, nothing about your health condition, nothing very minimal about medicine, okay? They have an algorithm to determine if you qualify for a certain service or not. They're not hiring physicians to analyze your case so that they can say, oh, you qualify for this treatment or not. They have an algorithm, it's a computer algorithm that determines what you qualify for or not. And it determines if your physician gets paid or not. Just because you pay into the insurance company does not mean your physicians get paid, right? So this whole system is messed up. So if you want help into being able to control your own wealth, which is your health, give us a call. We are the #1 acupuncture and wellness clinic in Central Texas, and we help people take control of their health and therefore their wealth. So we help people prevent what Steve Jobs had to go through. Steve Jobs, at the end of the day, I think he was 50 something when he passed away, right? At the end of the day, he said he wished that he had taken care of his own health. He wished that he would have taken care of he would have spent his billions of dollars to focus on his health. Why wait until we're on our deathbed before we have that light bulb go off? Okay? Don't procrastinate. Don't wait. If you have kids, your kids are depending upon you to stay alive. Think about that. Your parents are dependent upon you to stay alive. You have responsibilities, and your true wealth is getting your health close to 100% as possible and maintaining it there.